Hi, it's Dr. Julie Gilbert from Oregon Weight and Wellness. And sorry I missed out last week. I was in Texas with my mom in the 170-degree heat. It was breaking records there, so hot. And my mom, who's 83, was outside doing yard work. I was like, Mom, get in here. We don't want you to have a heat stroke. Anyway, back today, and we'll see Rachel next week, I think. But I wanted to get a quick minute in with everybody before the Labor Day weekend. Can you believe the summer is coming to an end? Oh, anyway, seasons, they're good for us. We're reading through Eat, Move, Sleep by Tom Rath. I'm just kind of talking through it, not giving medical advice here, but just talking through his ideas and seeing how they mesh with our own. So we're on chapter 18, and he is his first point is feast at sunrise, fast at sunset. So the point he's making is that calories consumed earlier in the day tend to do our health better than calories consumed late at night. So, and he makes a point of people skipping breakfast a lot. And actually, nobody skips breakfast unless they didn't eat the whole day, because that first meal of the day, whenever it is breaking the fast. They might skip the morning meal, but they're always going to break a fast when they eat during the day. I know I'm splitting hairs, but that's the truth of it. So, but his point is that the calories consumed earlier in the day are easier on the metabolism than later in the day. And I have to agree with that. Now, a lot of us are doing that intermittent fasting where we're shortening our food window. And maybe we're waiting later, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, noon to eat, and then having that evening meal around 6. So for a shorter eating window. And that can be a good strategy for health and longevity and weight regulation. And his point is not eating right before you go to bed or eating all your calories late in the day. A lot of times we get into these food emergencies where we don't eat, we work through our breaks, we work through our lunch, and then we get to dinner and we're starving. So, we're beeline to the fridge, and nothing's going to get in our way, and everything looks good. So it's like going to the grocery store hungry. Everything looks good. So, so eating earlier in the day or consuming the majority of the calories, the healthy calories that you do consume earlier in the day, better, easier on the metabolism than shoving them all late at night. So I tend to agree with him that you want to structure your days to eat more early and less late, and definitely not eating after dinner. Why is it so hard not to eat after dinner? That's really hard for a lot of us. We're in a habit. Maybe, we just need a little something. Yeah. But so if you're going to have a dessert, if I'm going to have a dessert, I'm going to eat it right after my dinner. I'm not going to wait 3 hours and then have the dessert. We're just going to go ahead and have a little bit. That way I'm full for my dinner, so I don't eat as much. And that way those calories are all together consumed, and I'm not eating again and stimulating insulin again. So his next point is to limit screen time to 2 hours a day. And and he points out that studies show that people who watch TV shorten their lifespan. That's incredible to me. I guess my dad was right when he called it the boob tube or something like that. Anyway, yeah, it turns your brain to mush, I guess, even if it's a good show or informational television. But he points out that it really shortens the lifespan. So 2 hours of screen time. I do this thing with kids, 5-2-1-0. 5 fruits and vegetables, or 5 cups of vegetables every day. 2 hours max screen time. 1 hour of activity and 0 sugar sweetened beverages. So that would fall in line there. And then And then he says that that last hour of your day before you go to bed should be protected from screens. Like, yeah, because anytime that blue light hits your eyeballs, that decreases melatonin and that disrupts sleep. So not staring at either a computer screen or your phone right before you go to bed. Television before bed really disrupts sleep, and that might be why it decreases longevity. Well, and you're sitting, so sitting is like smoking as far as a risk factor for heart disease. So I know I'm circling back because I'm just like, wow, 4 hours of screen time decreases your longevity, your lifespan. And it's kind of making sense to me because you're sitting, you're not moving, you're not expending calories. Maybe you're eating while you're watching television. And so getting extra calories, and you're decreasing melatonin production, especially if you're eating, when you are watching at night. So you're disrupting sleep, and that's going to impact health and longevity and lifespan. Interesting. So protecting that last hour before you go to sleep with not being on the screen. Okay, I'm committing. I've committed over and over, but sometimes you got to commit several times before it becomes the real thing. So I'm committing not to look at my screen, to plug that phone in another room. And then, not eating before, because you want your body to be in the rest mode, not in a digest mode. That's different hormones, different signaling. And we want to give our organs a rest. So not stimulating digestive enzymes and hormones before you go to bed is very important. And then just kind of giving yourself an hour to kind of wind down and get ready for sleep, which is so important and for health and longevity. So good suggestions from Tom Rath in that chapter 18. And I hope everybody has a enjoyable Labor Day weekend. And next week we'll be back and talking with Rachel again. So thanks for joining in. Have a great rest of your day.